Okay, if you're studying for the T15 certification exam, seriously, just pause for a second. We're about to break down a simple strategy that could honestly be the single biggest difference maker for you on test day. So, if your desk is just covered in flashcards and study notes right now, yeah, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to cut through all that noise and focus on what actually gets you a passing score. In fact, we've boiled it all down to the single most important insight you need. And I mean it. This one thing is going to completely reframe how you prepare, and it'll dramatically increase your chances of walking out with a pass. First things first, we need to talk about the biggest trap, the one that almost everybody falls into when they're studying for this exam. You know the feeling. You see a long list of services, and your first instinct is to just memorize every single definition. It feels productive, right? But here's the catch. For this exam, that instinct is a total trap that wastes your most valuable study time. So why is it a trap? Well, it all comes down to this number right here, 70%. A massive 70% of the questions you're going to face on the T15 exam are not about definitions. Instead, they're scenario-based. The exam isn't asking, what is service X? No, it's asking, okay, you have this specific business problem with these specific constraints. Which service is the best tool for the job? And that changes everything. This means you need a fundamental shift in your thinking. It's time to stop memorizing what things are and start really understanding what they're for. Here is that mental shift in a nutshell. The wrong focus is just on what a service is. The right focus, the one that's going to get you that passing score, is knowing when to use a service in a specific situation. It's all about the when. Let me give you an example. It's not enough to know S3 is for storage. You need to know it's the answer for durable object storage. It's not about just memorizing the name Redshift. It's about seeing a data warehousing problem and, bam, your brain immediately connects it to the right tool. That's the level of applied knowledge you're aiming for. All right, so now that we know the why, let's get into the good stuff, the how. Here's a real, actionable strategy you can start using today. So here's how you're going to adapt your study habits. First, stop studying services in isolation. Group them by category so you can actually compare and contrast them. Second, and this is totally non-negotiable, dedicate most of your time to practice scenario questions. And with every service, you should constantly be asking yourself, what real-world problem does this actually solve? And for exam day, you're going to use this 4-step process for every single question. 1. Read it carefully. Keywords are everything. 2. Think like an architect. The exam is almost always looking for the most cost-effective and most managed solution. Those are huge clues. 3. Eliminate. Getting rid of 2 wrong answers instantly doubles your odds. And 4. Don't get bogged down. If you're stuck, just mark it, move on, and come back with fresh eyes. And make no mistake, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is a practical, proven path that leads directly to success. The person who developed this approach used this exact method, focusing on use cases, hammering practice scenarios, and studying by category to pass the exam. This is the real deal. Okay, so let's bring it all home. If you remember only one thing from this, please make it this: stop stressing over definitions. Your success hinges on one skill: choosing the right service for the right scenario. Put all your energy there. You know, the old way is like trying to memorize a dictionary. This strategy is about learning to actually speak the language of the cloud. So the question isn't just if you're ready to change your approach, it's how much faster you're going to pass when you do.